third guest, I'm not telling a lie. His Wikipedia page, the second sentence says his nickname is Melon because he has a very large head. And I kid you not. But apart from all of that, Owen Finegan was an inaugural member of the Brumbies squad in 1996. He ended up captaining the Brumbies to their second Super 14 title in 2004. He played 56 times for the Wallabies and in fact was named in the Wallabies team of the professional decade from 1995 to 2005. He is a man who is probably best remembered for scoring a try in the 1999 World Cup final to secure Australia's second World Cup victory, and he's an all-round good bloke. Please welcome Owen Finegan. Fantastic bit of commentary there. How many times do you reckon you've seen that clip?
Well, normally I'm walking up, so I got my back to it. But he said I wasn't really looking for the line. I was looking to pass to one of the faster wingers. But they spend most of their times on the sidelines. And they'd be good for Kevin Sheedy's AFL team. For two reasons.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're fast in athletics, and they're also interested in the girls. So when you come on... When you come in the dressing room after a game, they've normally picked out where the best sorts are in the stand. So I was looking around to pass it to one of them, but they were both looking for girls on the sideline.
So you ended up scoring the match-winning try. Fantastic. What about the state of play for rugby union? We've got the big test match, the start of the Tri-Nations for the Wallabies on Saturday up at Suncorp. I don't want to be too disparaging about the Wallabies, but you know they call it the Eels era or the McQueen era. I prefer to refer to it as the Finegan era.
The Melon era.
The Melon era. But since that World Cup appearance in final appearance in 2003, the Wallabies haven't really delivered.
No, they've been a little bit shaky, and they've got a New Zealand coach, so things can only go downhill from there.
Any Kiwis in the room?
No, but they're travelling well. I think what they need is their better players, their Rocky Elsom and their Matt Giddos to find their form. For Matt Giddo, who hasn't been in great form, to be voted as the player of the year last year, it just shows you the state of union at that stage. But, you know, when you compare it to the other sports, it's still in a good place. We've got the World Cup next year that we're building to, and you know, after listening to Mark talk about how great it was over in South Africa, I put that all down to the World Cup that was on 2005. So he was over there in 2004, had Nelson Mandela, 95, sorry, and he had Nelson Mandela and Francois Pienaar coming together. So rugby really brought that whole nation together. I thought you were quite intelligent too, until I came up here and noticed the teleprompter up there that you're reading off.
Exit.
So I thought you knew what you were talking about, but you're actually just reading off the teleprompter.
What about, you talk about building up to the World Cup 2011.
Yeah.
Is there too much of an emphasis? It's different in football. In soccer, there's such a strong club feeling to, you know, Serie A and Premier League, etc. But is there too much of an emphasis in rugby to building up to World Cups?
Yeah, definitely. I actually just started writing an article the last couple of weeks. I'm writing in the Canberra Times, and it's exactly what my article was about, whether you want to win test matches or you build to a World Cup. So there's so much talk about the Wallaby team and they're young and they're developing, but you don't win test matches on having an average age of 23. You win it by having the best players that are there. So you've recently seen them bringing in some young front rowers, but you've left blokes like Guy Shepherdson and Matt Dunning and Al Baxter that have been playing for the Wallabies. You know, they've probably got 160, 180 tests between the three of them, but they put three front rowers that have got 5 tests between them, and they wonder why they get beaten by England. So it's pretty easy to understand. So I think, you know, building for a World Cup, you can say that for a couple of years, but now it's time to start winning games, and they've got to get that winning culture. So,
if AFL is rock and roll and soccer is drama, what musical genre is rugby union?
We've got our own. We're heavy metal, I think. We're out on it. I mean, I'm happy to watch all sports. I'm a little bit like Kevin. I'll watch AFL. I'll watch soccer. I don't watch much league. No, I do actually.
He loves it.
But it's like you said. It's whatever you're interested in. Like rice is the most eaten thing in the world, and football's the most played game and watched game. But when you compare rice and soccer, I think that's what you get. You get a bland sport. AFL and rugby league don't have that international flavour. For me, that's why it was easy for me to pick my preference as rugby. But mate, like most Australians, we love, except for Gillard, we love our sport.
Well, I didn't know we were going to jump into the election, but why not? Why not wade in there?
Well, mate, you bagged me so much before I got up here. I'm trying to have a piece of everyone now. I would have rather just got up here and talked nicely about things. But
That's a lie.
You weren't very civil, mate.
You're right, I wasn't civil.